Hey everyone, first up I want to say thank you for all the views and comments on the last video. I didn't respond, but I've read all of them and it was very nice to see all the positivity and people that can relate to my struggles. Before we get to the main topic of this video, I want to say that I'm fully aware that what I'm gonna talk about will make me look pathetic and like an asshole, frankly. Trust me, I'm fully aware. You don't need to comment about it, but I can't stop you, so have at it. A few days after uploading the last video, a good amount of comments have accumulated, and one of the most common groups, I guess you'd call them, were the gym people, right? That told me to just go to gym and things will be better. At first, I didn't pay that much mind, but as more and more comments kept piling on, I started to think about it. I did consider going to the gym before, back in 2019, during my weight loss journey, but at the time I didn't do it for a few reasons, but mainly money. A membership costs money, right? I didn't have any of that back then. Now I do have a few savings from my last job, so I started considering it. I looked up gyms in the area. There was one which seemed pretty accessible to me. And then I started to think about more logistical things, like do I need to buy new clothes? If I go, at what times would I go? Stuff like that, right? As part of that, I also started watching videos surrounding fitness. And one of those videos mentioned something that wasn't exactly a revelation, but I didn't think about it before. And that's the fact that if you want to build muscle, as far as I know, the main component isn't actually working out, but your diet. And my goal would be to build muscle so I can fill out the spaces where my fat used to be, now with muscles, right? Now, the problem with the food is simply, as I've mentioned in the last video, I'm a bum, right? Right now, my food comes from what my mother buys, and frankly, I have been eating the exact same thing every day for 4 or 5 years. It's basically like two bread rolls with butter, salami, and cheese. Just a standard sandwich, basically, right? And that twice a day. As you might imagine, that's not exactly good and would not help with muscle gain. Quite the opposite, actually. In the video, the person mentioned that for muscle growth, it's like 70% diet and 30% your workout. I looked up the numbers, and while it wasn't always those exact numbers, it seems to be roughly correct. So I could not ignore the topic, right? I need to change my diet. I would need to ask my mom to buy other food. Now the issue with that is the way I'm eating right now is very unhealthy, but it's also very cheap. Pretty much as cheap as you could expect. Because of that, it was a very daunting task to basically ask my mom to spend more money on me, right? But I really wanted to do this. So I sat down with her in the kitchen. We started talking, and I basically gave her like a presentation, a sales pitch to invest into me, right? But I could tell right from the beginning, she didn't say anything, but like the nods and the mm-hms were kind of dismissive. It was weird, I noticed that, but I just kept pushing on and yeah, just talked about my plans. And the first thing she said was, "You do know that that won't help you, right?" And for a bit of context, I don't talk with my mom about like serious, deeper topics because she sometimes tends to drift off into weird thought processes, I guess. Basically, think of this weird uncle you see like once a year, and whenever you see him, he just says the most outlandish things you can think of, right? That's like the direction my mom sometimes goes into. It's not that extreme, but yeah. So I once again try to explain to her that body and mind are connected. Everyone says that if you train your body, do some fitness, it will help your mental state. But she completely dismissed it, said the same thing again, that it won't help me. And to be frankly, I kind of snapped. From here on out, things got pretty emotional so I can't recall everything word for word, but I did start with questioning her why she's always so negative, and from there on out things kind of derailed. I told her that she did not uh, positively contribute to my growth, that she didn't give me any like positive lasting memories in my life, that she didn't teach me anything like truly valuable. Guys, I sound like such an asshole. Um, but yeah, it went on like that for a minute or something. But my mom is not the type of person to just take that. She screamed back, told me she's not gonna buy me food anymore, that she won't do anything for me anymore. And that's where we pretty much left off. I wanna try explain why I kinda lost it. For once in a long time, I was kinda hopeful. I had like a sort of soft roadmap in my mind, like basically working out, gaining muscles, gaining confidence, which would make social interactions more feasible, hopefully, and eventually that could lead to a regular 9 to 5 and actually making money, right? And to have the only person in my life immediately shut that down, basically, yeah, that kind of made me lose it. That whole thing happened a few days ago, and we haven't talked since then. Obviously, I'm not comfortable with approaching her about spending more money on me right now. And yeah, things are looking pretty grim. Of course, I considered going to the gym regardless, but man, this number, like 70%, is based on the diet. Like, that number is basically killing all my motivation. It feels like a waste of time, money, and effort to go to the gym with my bad diet currently. Like, they wouldn't achieve anything, I feel like. I've mentioned in the last video that during the day I'm mostly fine. It's only nighttime that's tough. Yeah, that changed. The past few days have felt completely awful all around. Now, there is a little bit of a hope I have, a sort of plan, I guess. I want to go to the doctor. I never do that basically. The last time I went was in 2019, I think, because I had an eye infection. I want to go there right now because I basically want to do like an all around checkup. As I've mentioned before, I eat the same thing every day, and it's not good things that I'm eating, right? So I'm pretty sure my body is pretty much lacking all the valuable nutritions you need, right? While I'm there, I'm also gonna ask him about my skin, whether he can help me with that, because I have acne. Um, I've had it since puberty, and I've never done anything about it, right? I just didn't care enough. But I'm thinking, while I'm there, I might as well do everything, right? Gym, uh, nutrients, skin, all that stuff. Yeah, and I basically want to use that visit to the dog as a like a jump off point, basically, to restart the conversation with my mom, hoping she'll buy me some, I don't know, chicken breast, eggs, whatever you eat for muscle gain. I can't go to the dog right now because he's on vacation, of course. But yeah, I guess things aren't completely hopeless. I do have a bit of a small plan, but yeah, not feeling good, feeling considerably worse than when I recorded the last video. But yeah, I hope there will be progress. Thank you for watching.